you please take roll?
Commissioner Espinoza,
Here.
Commissioner Talmadge,
Here.
Commissioner Vandermeulen, Chair Edsel.
Here. And then we'll stand for the pledge, and if Mr. Espinosa will lead us.
Hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, next item on tonight's agenda is the approval of the minutes from our last meeting of September 17th. Are there any additions or corrections to those minutes? And if not, I would entertain a motion to approve them.
So moved. Motion to approve the minutes from September 17th, 2019.
I will second.
It's been moved by Ms. Vandermill and seconded by Mr. Talmadge. Please vote. And those pass 4-0 and one absent. Okay, then moving on to item number 5 of tonight's agenda, and this is the opportunity for members of the public to speak on any non-agenda item. Is there anybody that wishes to speak tonight on something not on the agenda? Seeing nobody come forward, we'll close the public comment and move into the director's report.
No report tonight.
Report and any commissioner comments before we adjourn to the RDEV meeting?
I don't have any.
No comment.
Okay, so we stand adjourned.
Okay. Then I'll get the gavel. Call the meeting to order for the Residential Development Evaluation Board. And will the staff please note the roll as is. Item number 3 is the minutes from September 17th, 2019. Any comments on that?
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes as submitted in our packet.
Second. I'll second.
Okay, then please vote. Okay, so item 4, review of your 2020 development allotment applications and recommend points of assignment. And do we have a staff presentation?
Yes, we do. We're bringing it up right now. All right, thank you, Chair. So Measure A, or the residential control system, was adopted by the voters of Camarillo in 1989, and since then it's been extended several times. The last one in 2015, extending it through December 31st, 2025. And basically what it is, it's the city's growth management program to make sure that growth doesn't overwhelm the community and the community's infrastructure. So, and kind of how it goes is each year staff reviews the applications for the submitted projects that have been approved and secured entitlements, and assigns preliminary points. And the RDEB's role in this process is to review staff's preliminary point assignment, and then to make a formal recommendation to the City Council for the official point assignments. The City Council is the awarding body of the annual allotments, and they can award up to 400 allotments per year. So this year, 2019, we received 5 applications for allotments. Unfortunately, 3 of them were withdrawn because they were unable to secure their necessary entitlements to be considered qualified. If you remember, last month, the the RDEB conducted the preliminary review of staff's preliminary point assignments on September 17th, 2019, and then tonight is the RDEB public hearing where we'll be formalizing a recommendation to the City Council, and then the City Council is tentatively scheduled to award the allotments on November 20th. So this chart shows the 5 applications that were submitted. As you can see, the first 3 were withdrawn, and then -4 and -5 are from the Luster Development, and the total allotments requested this year is 17. So the -4 application, as I mentioned, is from Luster Development. It was the RPD 202 approved in July of 2019. Consists of 8 rental townhomes on the southeast corner of Glen and Chapel. There is one low-income affordable unit in that development, so the low-income units are exempt from the allotment process, so this project is only requesting 7. And then this is an elevation from Chapel. So the other -5 application is Kitty Corner to the previous project, and it was CUP 391, also approved in July, consisting of 12 apartments over approximately 1,400 square feet of commercial. There are 2 very low-income units in this project, and therefore they're only requesting 10 because the affordable units are exempt. And then here are the elevations of the CUP 391. So the preliminary point assignments, there's 2 parts, part A and B. A is the availability of public facilities and services. So this chart shows the side-by-side comparison, and then I also added the points possible, kind of something we mentioned at the last meeting. They're similar, kind of smaller projects, infill projects, and they achieved the same score of 68. In order to be qualified under the Part A, they need to achieve a minimum of 49 points. Under Part B, it's the quality of design and contribution to public welfare and amenity. Again, they're kitty corner to each other. The only difference is that we feel that the RPD, the townhomes, were a little bit more better designed than the other projects, so we scored it a little bit higher. So the difference is only 3 points, and you can see at the bottom the scoring of 75 to 72. And to be qualified under the Part B, there needs to be a minimum of 70, so they both projects qualify. Since our last meeting, staff has not received any requests for modifications of the point assignments, either from the public or the developer. So tonight, staff's recommendation is for the RDEB to open the public hearing, receive any public comment, and then close the public hearing. Consider any requests for changes to the final point assignments, if any, and then to formalize a recommendation to the City Council on the point assignments for their consideration. So that concludes staff's report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions.
I don't have any questions, but I want to thank you for adding the 3rd column with the possible points to compare that with.
I have a
Welcome.
question.
Yeah.
I just found those charts that you added, and I really appreciate you adding that too, where you have the possible points, but what are the, it indicate with the numbers that are in parentheses?
The parentheses are optional, but like bonus points that they can receive under the scoring.
You mean in addition to what the total points would be?
Yeah, well, up to the total points. They could receive bonus points if they, for example, let's see, the first one, 1C.
Right.
Is the community improvements. It's for the water system. So if they're not only supplying the water system for their project, but they're also enhancing it to benefit the community as a whole, they could get 2 extra bonus points.
Oh, okay,
So,
I got you. Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Just for my information, I wanted to ask, as far as the scoring sheets are concerned, it's mainly looking at these projects in terms of what the project impact is to the exterior environment from as best I can tell. There's no consideration of whatever is on the exterior impacting a potential development. In other words, if you've got a fireworks factory or a chemical plant or anything that might, or whatever, you're close to the urban wildland or something. Is there any way that exterior factors factor into that point process?
They're not. Those factors are considered through the normal entitlement process. We look at the data as a whole then. This is just for basically if there's any competition, if there are development allotments requests over 400 units, then they could compete. And it's really designed to, like I said, not to overwhelm the community, but also to provide quality projects for the community. So, but to answer your question, those items are addressed through the normal entitlement process.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So are we looking for if there's any public
So,
comments to
yeah,
this?
we'll need to open the public hearing and then take public comment and then close the public hearing.
Okay. Well, I'll open the public hearing on this then, on this subject. Is there any comments this evening?
We don't have any speaker cards.
Okay. Then we'll close the public comments. Then I'll consider a motion to recommend the City Council approval of the point of assignments for the 2020 development allotment request.
So move.
I'll second that.
Okay. Then would you vote, please? And that passes. Next, item 5, any board
Madam
comments
Chairman?
this evening?
I just have a question just for information. We say via minute action. Can you provide a quick explanation of what that is as opposed to a hard resolution?
Sure, I could do that for you, Commissioner Damage. Usually when we do approvals by resolution, that's more of a more formal approval. So there's a written resolution noting, basically the decision and what gave you, or what type of information supported that decision. A minute action is a little less formal than that. It sometimes could be done by a aye vote, a voice vote, or it could be done as you just did right now through voting buttons, but it is generally a type of approval that's just a little less formal than a resolution.
Thank you.
Okay. Item 6 is public comments, so is that just in general public comments? Okay. Any public comments this evening? I see none, so we'll move on to item 7, which is adjournment. So I will adjourn this meeting of the Residential Development Evaluation Board.
Yeah, not much.
Do we have any more sneaky little subgroups? Hey, I got to hit the gavel.
It's a good practice anyway.